If you play in Tropia Universe and you're new, you might have thought something like, is there a world outside of Calypso? Or maybe you started on another planet like Arcadia and wondered if there are actually things to do in this game. Well, guess what? There are things to do, but they are on Cyrene! So let's say you're fresh off the boat at Cyrene. What is the first thing a new player should do? There's not actually just one answer for that. It really depends on the path you have chosen. You have a few options, but we'll talk about just 3 of them. The Hunter's Path, the Miner's Path, and the Crafter's Path. Regardless of path, you should head over to the Rookie Training Area first. There are introductory missions there that you can pick up. Throw a rock here, not that you can, and you'll probably hit a mission NPC. That's hardly an exaggeration. Do the easy walkabout and talk to NPC missions here, and you'll get some free stuff. All of the locations of NPCs and mission objectives that I mentioned in this video are in the description for your convenience. If you want to play the game like a normal person of average intelligence, you'll probably choose the Hunter's Path. Well, you're in luck. There are many, many things that you can hunt here on Cyrene. Cyrene loves its hunters, I think. The only mission you should focus on right now, though, is the Ultimate Newbie Challenge. Talk to John here. He'll tell you to go subtract 15,000 monsters from the Atlas Island census. In other words, let the grind begin. I recommend killing the weak soldier and watcher tree dragons, although I think most of the animals of Atlas drop the same stuff. These guys drop a few things that have decent markup for now, but also are useful in future missions. We're talking about lesser claws, bones, synthetic rubber, and jagged teeth, just to name a couple. Even if you are doing the crafting path, you probably want this mission. Or, just be lazy and buy it all off the hunters. The reason you want to do the Ultimate Newbie Challenge first, before anything else, is that you then unlock the Test of Faith mission chain, which then allows you to literally double dip no matter what other hunting mission you are on. Play smart, people.
Yeah, man, I think Rich was beautiful because he's got good brains.
So you've done the Ultimate Newbie Challenge, and now you're like, what I do next? Well, young blood, now you get to massacre the various fauna and flora of Cyrene with reckless abandon. You can do the rare Pleak Wings mission that can be found here. Again, see description. You will need 15 Pleak Wings for a number of different texture blueprints, which you can use or whatever you want to do with them. Or just turn in 10,000 of the wings for agility tokens! Woohoo! Yes, very important that agility is. It helps with dodge, evade, maybe jamming, and your HP at the very least. You can also do the very cool tempo missions that are along the river west of the starting island. Here you can sample the many interesting creatures of Cyrene like dire weeds, crystal pedes, more tree dragons, but bigger, scrap bots, and even more pleaks if you're still collecting those wings, my guy. Back to Rookie, there is a Peneleon pit with at least 5 or 6 missions you can do all at once. I'm not even exaggerating here. The first and most obvious one is my man Snow Ranger, who got his very own NPC. Cyrene devs, please add Fatty to the game. It is at the start of the bridge that goes over the pit. He wants to trade various loot for new player gear like guns. Halfway across the bridge, Peneleon Hunter Jameson wants you to kill 18 Peneleons, but the catch is you have to finish them off with a trade terminal weapon. I personally use the Initiate's Laser Carbine. In the pit, there is a beetle boy who wants you to get 200 points in Peneleon kills. The mission is called Meet the Zyne Kimbro. And Axe the Aura Forger wants you to collect 500 sweat from the Peneleons in the area. The area is quite small, so be sure you don't leave it or the sweat won't count. Meanwhile, off at the Artificial Archipelago, you have Dr. Bylar, who has a mission for collecting samples from Peneleons by killing them. And the weak ones count, people. Be sure to pick that one up. There is also a one-time mission for killing Peneleons at Tan's Ta'o Outpost, here. You might need a player with a ship to take you to these places. While traveling, pick up the Zyne Psychmaster at 1010 sweat gathering missions at the Zyne Tucano border. There also is a one and done mission in the pit where you kill Peneleons for LT Locky, who is standing close to Axe. Was I joking? Did you doubt me? I was dead serious, people. So many missions that you could all do all at once simultaneously. It puts most other worlds to shame, frankly. And if you're still not satisfied, there are other low-level mob killing missions like the beginner ARC faction missions on the Tan's Ta'o Outpost Islet, like I mentioned earlier. Also at Rookie, you have Meet the Tanhawk. Get 200 Merfolk kill points. The Merfolk can be found nearby. Meet the Terrellions. Get 200 Duster kill points, which can also be done nearby. That's just to name a few, guys. You will probably want to get the Heart Fat mission chain started after the Ultimate Newbie Challenge by turning in your bones and bone and meats. The latter can be found on Tideclaw, so be sure to pick the beginner Tideclaw killing mission. This mission chain will mostly be hunting related starting at stage 3. And here's the funny part. Stage 3 is kill 250 weak Peneleons, so maybe do this before you start killing Peneleons. That way you can get another mission to do at the same time.
I am the way your son don't need a gun to get
One of the daily mission token missions, it requires you to kill 20 jellyworms northwest of High's Edge. I believe it's called Getting Slimed. You could get jellyworm hide from the jellyworms, which is needed by some crafters to craft certain things like the acid plates. There also is a handful of one-time missions to get special Imperium plates that are upgradable, found at various locations that I have linked in the description. Want something that you can do in a group? Hunt the Imperium Rangers! There are several locations where they appear roughly every 6 hours, and you can kill each one every 24 hours. Links in description. You will want a group though. Just shoot them once, and when it is killed by the bigger players, you will get ARC faction badges, which are needed for unlocking future missions and rewards. All of this, again, is low-level stuff, and it ain't even everything. This would be a really long video if I included everything. Getting tired of the slaughter? Well, let's talk about the Miner's Path. Prepare to get your hands dirty. Miners got it easy on Cyrene. One of the first things any miner should do is cut down copious amounts of lumber. Go to Immigration Tanhawk and go west to the wall, where you will find a table with a map of the world on it. Oh my god, these guys are planning world domination. There is a mission NPC here called Tanhawk Lumberjack Tizin. He gives you the mission, "You're a lumberjack now, human," which is a weekly mission where you can chop at trees 10,000 times. Tree cutting is a fairly low depot activity, and you usually break even if you sell everything you loot, even if it's to the trade terminal for TT price. So you should be able to cut trees pretty close to indefinitely, if not for a very long time on one depot. Your mileage may vary. Cutting trees gives you resource gathering skill, which is linked to mining, and there are other shared skills with other looter professions. You'll get intelligence doing this as well. Incidentally, the best place I know for lootable trees is Footwall Islands here. You can actually make a circuit of footwall, and when you complete it, the trees will have already started respawning, even if there is competition there. Another good place is Ngu Volcano if footwall is overcrowded. Once you got some levels under your belt, head to Risen Island here. This is also a good place for trees, by the way. It is also known colloquially as Miner Island. There is a mission here called Miner's Paradise that gives you points for finding resources. There are also 7 stages, so the fun goes on and on. At ARC staging, there are several mining missions that I would grab before you start dropping probes. There are also a number of turn-in missions for the various mined materials for Cyrene mission tokens, which are used in buying special rewards and in crafting. And they are tradable, but sell for maybe 6 or 7 pek per token if I'm not mistaken, so you won't be becoming a millionaire anytime soon by selling them. Tired of digging in the dirt? Why not put your mined and hunted resources to good use with some crafting? It is generally ill-advised to dabble in everything, unless you want to be a depositor, but if you want to craft, being a depositor may be the quickest way to crafting more. Crafters also have a good time on Cyrene because they can get a ton of free blueprints simply by doing what they like to call hide and seek. It is basically going around the whole world of Cyrene looking for stuff on the ground. I don't mean fruit either, I mean just stuff. Armor, broken down vehicles, discarded weapons, etc. Cyrene is infamous for these types of missions. I can't include the waypoints for everything, but they can be found on cyrenedream.org. A great resource. There are many crafting missions at ARC staging, so get them. There are also some one-time crafting missions you can start at ARC headquarters. Challenger Esther is right outside the east door of the building on the left. Crafters are encouraged to pick up the weekly Taming Horns mission as well, as it requires you to craft common Cyrene items to complete. It may be found at Zyndar's Hovel, which is here. Once you have Taming Horns blueprint, you can sell the blueprint for about 40 ped, although you may struggle finding a buyer since none have sold at auction in over a year according to the data as of this recording. Or you can use it, but you will need 100 Arits, 100 Penelions, and the rest of the inputs per attempt, which is wild. We won't talk about taming today, but that is technically its own path to go down if you so choose. As you can see, many missions overlap, which in my humble opinion is good design. There are many amazing items and gear to get on Cyrene too. The Zion rucksack for miners, for example. The courier and Tyrellion touched clothes for crafting and mining. And an awesome gun called the Tyrellion Assassinator, which is probably not completely doable by a new player, but it's still a nice goal. See cyrenedream.org for details on those items and how to get them. In conclusion, Cyrene is a great planet. It might even be the best. We'll touch on other planets in the future, so don't forget to subscribe and click that bell to see those videos when they drop. Until then, keep calm and play on. Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. Remember to subscribe if you haven't yet, and click the bell to be notified when new stuff arrives. Be sure to follow my stream at twitch.tv/fattyprofit, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.